Today I'm going to be doing I'm live doing readings for the next hour or so. I hope you're all doing well. We had the 2/22/22 yesterday, big day. I'm just going to just throw my tuppence in, as we say in my home country. That the feel I get about this 2/22/22, the Pluto return, and all of that is about watching these next 90 days. A lot of change happening in that envelope of time. I'm feeling, and it's going to be happening in real time, observable. I'm saying that because there's this tendency with these big numerological days to just look at the one day and think, well, that was that. And it's not the case, and a lot's going to unfold, and a lot is unfolding. But the mind compartmentalizes things into a day, a pretty day, like 2/22/22 at 2 o'clock, and so on. For some reason, it's really catching my eye. The Pisces, 3-4 weeks, and a Piscean theme, I would say, is doing a bit less, being a bit more. And that might sound idle, it might sound inactive or whatever, but sometimes when you do a little bit less, there's less to have to clear up. And so you end up having to do less. You end up having to expend less energy, but actually being more productive. That's all I want to say. Anywho, we are here tonight to do readings rather than listen to me ramble. So if this is anyone's first time doing this, I have to say this every time. All you need to do is drop a question into the comments section there, and I will just go through one by one. It seems to be that the first bunch of questions do take a while. So if you're going to put a question in, please stay for me to answer it. Otherwise, I'm answering it for someone that's not there. My intention in doing this is a couple of intentions. One intention maybe, that when I started getting interested in metaphysics and spirituality, consciousness, energy, and so on, sometimes I didn't have lots and lots of questions. Maybe I had one, and it was taking up a lot of space in my mind and heart and thoughts and so on. And now I'm sort of the other side of things, and I see how much the one or two things takes up in someone's mind and heart, and I like this to be a forum where maybe we can clear that, and that's my hope anyway. I'll just share before I jump in. I do have this membership site here on Patreon. I'll probably be changing the platform of it soon, but we're doing some really cool things on there. We did a lovely thing last night for the 2/22. I'm going to do something for the equinox as well, and people on there get a discount on that sort of thing too. But anyhow, I'm tired of talking about myself, so let's see if anyone's out there. Hello, Melanie. Melissa, will this turn into a long-term relationship, as you've asked? All right. Where is there? We are. Let's turn into a long relationship. I'm assuming that you mean you're in you've met someone, connected, you're with them, dating, and asking if it is going to turn into a long-term relationship. Okay. I should say, just before I get out the gate here, that I'll read for as many people as I can read for. Please use your discernment, okay? I tune in, I'm connected, I've spent the last hour processing and clearing. Please use your discernment on what I share with you. I'm going to share with what I see. I'm saying that to all of you, right? So, Melissa. Melissa, I don't see this turning into a long-term relationship, okay? Let me say that the root of it, the foundation of it, is lovely. It's lovely. I am not saying that anyone's misjudged or gotten the wrong idea about anyone, you or they. Okay, I see it as lovely, absolutely lovely. What I'm seeing is that what I am seeing is that you're going to get what you need out of the relationship, right? You're going to, and I wonder if you're even wondering that now already from what I'm seeing here. But I don't see, short, the short version of what I want to say is I don't see this turning into a long relationship for you. That does not minimize or denigrate what it is right now and what it has been and so on. But that's what I have for you, Melissa. Okay. Diana. Hello, Diana. You just took 2 tests today. Will you pass both? You're so stressed out. I'm sorry to hear you're stressed out. I understand as well. Diana, I think you have passed both from what I'm getting here. I did look both ways. So just take a breath, just relax, okay? If it is the case that that I've read this wrong, which I don't think I have, to be honest, it's absolutely not the end of the world. And that's a blasé thing to say. I don't mean to be blasé, but I'm getting I looked at both of you, if whether you passed both, which is what I feel you have done, or not, and I'm feeling a lot stronger in terms of you having passed both. In fact, I'm just gonna stop pissing around with my words. I think you've passed both. Okay. I shouldn't be vacillating so much. I really feel you passed both. So relax tonight, okay? Lily. Hi, Lily. You're getting to know someone you like, and you're wondering if this person is right for you. Okay. Yes. Big yes. Big yes. In fact, I want to actually show you these cards, Lily. Which I don't do often. The foundational card was the 8 of Pentacles here. Sorry, I have trouble with this. The eight of Pentacles. A card of doing one's work, often let's say outer work with the hands, but I'm reading it in the context of relationship and you're doing the inner work. The beingness card is the Ace of Cups. Couldn't really have a better card for a relationship. And there's you in the outcome, the Queen of Wands, in your power, being who you want to be. I like this for you. Good stuff. Okay. Will you hear from this new job soon? Okay. The word soon is the nebulous one, Valerie. So let me say, I'm seeing you hearing back in the next couple of weeks. The next 2 weeks, okay? The next 2 weeks. I don't, I remember applying for a job years ago, and oh my God, it felt like it took forever to hear back from them. So yeah, our our definitions of the word soon might be different here. Okay, so I'm getting it. I'm getting in the next 2 weeks. I don't feel it's in the next week, and that's what I got, Valerie. I hope you're doing well. By the way, I was thinking of you the other day. Okay, Molly. Okay, like a reading. Okay. Okay. I'm glad in a way you're asking this question, because I'm looking at you, I'm looking at this, and there is this, Molly, there is this vagueness around you. It's like you're looking everywhere. You're looking everywhere for something, but the something you're looking for is so damn close to you. Um, and this is, in some respects, it's like the oldest or most prevalent, spiritual teaching, guidance, principle that there is. What I'm getting shown is the need to bring yourselves to you hear me saying yourselves, right? Your attributes, your archetypes, you're seeking identities, right? Bring it all together. I wish I had something I could show you this on. Let me put it like this. If you imagine, like, one used to trace on tracing paper when you were a kid in art school, and you put the tracing paper over something, maybe you'd knock it, and then it would look it would just look strange to have those two, an image superimposed over another one, but it not fitting. And so then you kind of fit it back into place and it looks better. Okay. That's what I feel needs to happen here. Why am I saying this? Because you're casting out intentional energy in a lot of places, and that's depleted from you. There is I see you looking for, looking to, not looking for, but looking to understand your life path and so on. You would understand that better by looking backwards than forwards. I'm just saying that. I'm seeing that you, how can I explain this? It's like you make a lot out of little things that come your way. I'm not saying mountain out of molehill. I'm saying you draw a little too extra significance out of the smaller things that come your way. And you probably weren't on earlier on when I was talking about you're working with Pisces energy. Working with Pisces energy, we're doing less. We're a little bit hands off, and we see how things come into flow and fruition. Okay. And I think that's what I would say to you here, is to be doing a bit less, and you will see so much more, and you will be able to do so much more. When your focus stops vacillating like this, you're going to be more in your body, solid, and I'm just going to say happier. All right. So, Patty, thank you very much. Yes, Megan, I'm doing free readings. All right, Nikki. Okay, didn't mean to pin that. Nikki, looking at a house tomorrow morning. Wonderful. Feels like the one, but it's been a rough journey to get here with the real estate market. Yeah, right. Do I see this house as your next stop? Yeah, this is not an easy market to do anything in, is it? Nikki, I don't think this is the house for you. I don't. I'm almost glad you asked this because the urgency one feels to make it happen and so on can make us make poor choices. So, for what it's worth, I do not recommend this house from what I'm seeing here. Right? You will feel the three of you will feel what you feel when you see it tomorrow. Please go. Okay, please go see it. Do see it, because you'll have a point of reference. But from what I'm getting here, I don't recommend this house. And I'm sorry if that disappoints or deflates you. That's not my intention. Okay. Shana, you should be in bed. She's in England. Old friend of mine, Shana. Should you stay in your current job? Okay, Shauna, I'm actually going to recommend you stay. I see that it's sticky at the moment. I see it's challenging at the moment. I'm seeing it improving. I also looked at you leaving, and I don't like that. I don't like that. So I feel like it's going to improve. What it seems like here is it's a people thing, and you know, first of all, people can leave too, which kind of resolves it, doesn't it? But also, people are affected by situations, and situations can also change, pass on, get rectified or adjusted. So I do see, actually, I do see your job improving, and I see that it sucks right now. Yeah. And now go to bed. Jiyoung. Completed yoga teacher training. Congratulations, my friend. Started offering weekly breath work and meditation classes by donation basis. Wish to have a check on or advice, inputs, energy of me continuing this. Oh, I am so proud of you. Oh, I'm liking being happy for people today. Okay, so Chiong, I don't recommend you continue offering them, but I need to get a bit more about this. Okay, I feel like you know that, but I just want to get a bit more about this. This is not. This is. It's not about. It's not about your ability. Nothing like that. It's more like it's conflicting right now with other things, and that might well be enough. But I just feel I don't feel complete there. Yeah. Okay. That's it. That's it. So right now, it's just a bit too much for you, and I'm reminded of the. I think it's there's lots of different ways of saying this, but the teaching of the bow and the arrow. You pull the bow back, or you pull the bow back, so the arrow can fly further, and so you take a break for a while. Yeah. You take a break. To get the rest of your life. I'm not saying it's out of balance. I'm not saying that, but just to address the things that are causing the conflict there, and then you come back to it, you revisit it in a more solid way. I just did that. I just did that with something actually. So yeah, that's what I got for. That's what I have for you, Chion. Thank you for being on today. Tracy. See love coming for you, please. Yes, yes, I do. It's going to be a while. The you're asking for something beautiful here. I see something beautiful. It's more what I'm seeing is more like the fall. Okay, getting the last few months of the year, September. I'm feeling September. Okay, now, and I I do feel there's someone around that you'll be connecting with in the next month, within the next month, okay? Like from this point, the next month. And that looks nice. I don't think it's the same person as I'm seeing later in the year for you. I don't think it's a problem to engage with this person. I don't think it's a problem. I think it looks quite good. What I'm seeing later in the year is vastly more. Now, this could be you meeting someone, and it develops into something. I could see that too. What would I do if it was me? Well, that's not a good question to ask. No, I'm going with that. What I'm seeing is around the September, October, November time. Okay. So whether this is meeting someone soonish and it develops, maybe there's friendship first of all, or it's someone you're meeting towards the end of the year. But I don't think what you're specifically asking about is imminent. I don't think it's imminent. I don't think it's the first half of this year either. It is this year though. It is this year. Yeah. There is a longer conversation to have, which this isn't the time for. And I think I'm saying this to you all right now about, we think we want things right now. We think we want things right now. And it's actually a gift that we don't have those things. We think we want these things. We actually don't. Otherwise, they'd be here. That's just manifestation principles. All right, Paul. Let's get some guidance to stay in Chiapas in the city for the next months and continue work projects or move to the coast. Okay. To stay in the city next month or move to the coast. Okay. Pretty clear, Paul, is to move to the coast. I feel like you're feeling that too. But yeah, if you've been listening a while, Paul, not every reading's been as clear as this. But yeah, it's a move to the coast. Okay, Alexander. If you've been reading, I'm really frustrated lately and confused about what I'm studying is right. I've never doubted much before, so I feel weird being full of doubt. Oh, I get you. Okay. Continues. your intuition, well, I'm getting what you're getting. I looked at you continuing what you're studying, and I don't like that reading. I looked at you taking a break from it, Alexander, and I really like that reading. So if that's possible, I never told you this. I've just taken a break from something I started studying, and I may not go back to it. I don't regret. I don't regret what I've studied. I don't regret what I spent on it either. Like already, it's supported me, and to be studying it right now for me is not supportive. And I want to just offer that to you as well for your situation. I don't know if you can take a pause. I don't know if you can defer for a year. I don't actually know what you're doing, but to do it right now does not look supportive to you. To take a break does. Okay. Okay. Ginger. You're getting married again. Moving to a different town. I'm going to look at those questions in order. I'm not going to look at that together. Okay, so here's what I'm getting, Ginger. I'm not seeing in this moment you marrying again. Okay, that does not mean there isn't a wonderful relationship out there for you. You've asked marrying. You've asked about marrying. Please hear what I'm saying. Okay. Now, I'm saying this to you all right now, that in a reading, it is possible to shift things, right? And sometimes things come up like this to, I want to say, provoke. So, Ginger, please look at what comes up as I say this. Okay, this could well be coming up to stir that, right? To stir that, to move it, and to clear it in the fullness of time. And I might come back to that. Now, I do see you moving. I absolutely do see you moving to another town. So I hope you're hearing me, Ginger, that you didn't ask, do I see you in a wonderful, harmonious, strong, ideal, equal relationship? You didn't ask that. You asked about marrying. And right now, I'm not seeing that. I feel you have a block to it. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. People don't need to get married. You hear me? I'm answering the question that you asked. Okay. And I do, yes, see you moving to another town. Okay. Marie, you can get a general reading. Okay. Okay, so interesting, Marie. Um, I don't know what's been going on in your life, but I feel like things have been a little, maybe not in a bad way slow, not at all in a bad way slow, but just you've been maybe a little bit comfortable, right? Comfortable, and perhaps feelings of complacency have got in there. I'm seeing things shifting for you with that. Um, so I don't know if you're familiar with the threefold flame. The threefold flame is the flames of love, wisdom, and power. Now, ideally, those are in balance. If you could see it like a triangle, we want to be in the middle there, because uh, to, an excessive amount of love is inactive. An excessive amount of wisdom is emotionally disconnected. An excessive amount of power is um, I haven't got a better word than patriarchal. Ideally, we want them in the middle. So I'm seeing will. I'm seeing the will, the masculine coming into you. I'm seeing things speeding up. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you able to. Confident in saying no to people, looking at your life from maybe a higher octave. Oh, why am I doing this now? Why and why haven't I been doing more of that? Okay, it's all about looking upwards. That's what I'm getting. Um, but whereas maybe you've been kind of not going with the flow, I don't think that. I think you've been going with other people's flow. And I think that's the sea change that's coming up. You're choosing your flow. You're willing your choices. And all of this is about having learned a lesson, having learned the lesson. Okay, and coming up in a while, there's some money coming to you as well. I think that'll do for now, don't you? Okay, Shana, Chiyong, Jan. Okay. This is my friend Jan. Jan is incredible. I'm just going to say this while I reshuffle the cards. Jan's got a workshop coming up. Any of you that are in KC, I'm forgetting what the day was now. I think she rescheduled it from last weekend. But any of you that know Jan or you're friends with her, she's got a workshop coming up, and she is powerful. Perhaps you can hear the dulcet tones of my children playing quietly in the next room. All right. So, Jan, what I was, an element of what I was just saying to Marie, I'm feeling for you as well. Now, you're asking in the work environment, the work sphere. Okay. Now, I feel you are ready to go to another level also. We haven't talked for a while, but I feel like the struggle you've been having, the internal struggle, not outward struggle, because you're really good at what you do. The internal struggle, that you're tired of some of the things you've been doing, and I want to say to you, it is safe and it is time to bring in new things or do the things you've been putting off or feeling like, oh, it's not safe to do that, or people won't get me, or blah, blah, whatever it is. An addendum to that is, if you've got the concern that you'll introduce something verbally to someone or to some people, and you're worried they might not understand or might not receive it, I think you're right. I actually think you're right. You can bring in new degrees, octaves, phases of energy without telling people that you're doing it. Sometimes we introduce something and it's the best thing in the world. Working with this biofeedback device here, for example, they don't get it, they shut down, and then you've got to work to open them back up again and all of that. So you can bring in new degrees of energy either with what you're doing. Only thing I'm stuck on here if it's modality wise, but I think it is. I think it is a modality. So I'm just gonna adjust something I've said. Okay, so in the verbal conveying to people, don't be attached to whether they get it. Okay, because we have the wonderful benefit in the third dimension of time, right? And time can unwind and unravel people as well. So I'm gonna sum this up because I'm rambling now. You're safe to do new things. Don't worry if people don't understand it straight away. People understand us better when we are consistent, okay? When we repeatedly show up. All right, on we go. On we go. Sorry, I'm just every people are saying thank you and everything. I'm just kind of going through it. Bridget, I don't quite understand your question here. I understand what you mean by a spirit-led message. Absolutely. You're asking what's coming in March. You're asking for a date. I don't understand what you're asking me here. So I'm going to go on, okay? And if you're still there, clarify. I would like you to rein this in, okay? This is a free reading, right? I will do my best for you, but I can't do this for you in 3 minutes. So be specific. I know you can, and I'm going to go on. Okay, so to Tracy. Was your purpose today to be supportive to a stranger, Naomi, while your father had his procedure? Tracy, I just wanted to pick this out because I heard your father had his procedure. I heard it went well, and I hadn't reached out to you, so I'm just so happy I'm so happy he's well. I'm so happy he's doing well. Okay. Absolutely, yes. Just why I wanted to look at this, Tracy, is just some context around it. It was the exchange of love. This is just how I'm seeing it between the two of you there. For her, you were the only person that she could receive that from. right? And this is important. So this is important in life because we think it's about what we say. I should probably do something about that later. We think it's about what we say or what we have, and it's not. It's about what we are, and the composite of frequencies that get expressed through us. And that's why I could have been there, and I would not have been the person. It was you, right? Now, what she gave you was some distraction to elevate you above your stress. So I'm saying this because there was something going both ways there, right? There was something going both ways, and Naomi served you as well. And how wonderful God is, right? Sure. Okay. I'll do a general reading for you now, Bridget. Okay. So what I'm seeing here for you, Bridget, is about I'm going to just get out the gate with paradigm shift, and this is why I'm glad I'm almost glad you're asking the question this other way, because someone else I read for 10, 20 minutes ago, it was I forget who it was now. It was about her focus being all over the place, and it's not about focus like what we think. It's focus like where our energy goes. It's like boom, boom, boom. Like if you could see it, if you could see what happens, and I can't, but if you could see what happens when our thoughts and energy connect with a future event or a person, it's like bam, 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 and like shots firing from us. and and it's in some ways it subtly destabilizes us. So you see how I just stopped there, Bridget? You stop and you feel the energy changes, right? It is the opposite of the impulsive thinking, the opposite of jumping to conclusions, jumping on possibilities. It's the opposite of longing for things. And so what happens when you stop and you pause, and I know I'm going to the metaphysics here, but I'm much more into that than I am readings, okay? The purpose of doing readings for me is to support the metaphysics of the person, right? And so what happens when you stop, when you pause, when you don't do the automatic thing, is that all these parts of you that you've flung away start to return. And when they return, you're more solid in the body. When you're more solid in the body, you can make clearer choices. Okay. And so I think this whole creation this evening for you, Bridget, and me asking you rein it in, because I haven't said that to anyone tonight. Often, I there are some evenings I say that 3, 4, or 5 times. I haven't said that to anyone, and I feel it's important for you. And what does this all do? It refines energy. It hones energy. It creates specifics. You're asking me for specifics, right? No, that you are to create your specifics. All right, all right. There's a longer conversation here too, but I can only do what I can do, like this. All right, Angie. Do I see your son Christian getting a job back here in the Cape, and how soon will he finally be happy, Angie? As tactfully as I can say this, Angie, there's work to do. There's work to do here. Christian's got a bit of a challenging path ahead of him. I don't say this lightly, and I don't like to be blunt. I don't like saying things like this. So what do you do? Okay, what do you do about this? You care. You're his mother. I'm a parent, as you can probably damn well hear. Care about our children, whatever age they are. I'm going to say something and not expect you to, not expect this to land. This may not be the time to say it, or you may hear it in another way another time. But for you to, with the greatest of love, detach from what he does and what he feels. I know that's very easy to say. How does that help him? It helps him because of, on top of what he works through, on top of what he's going through and his own karmic and dharmic path, if you can lovingly detach, not disconnect, detach lovingly, then he doesn't have to process your worry on top of it all, right? And that is serving him. So I'm going to ask you all to take a breath with me. Please, if you'd stay on for a couple more minutes. I always just like to finish these evenings with just a prayer. There's a lot going on in the world. Understatement of the millennium. You've got countries potentially at war with each other, and a lot of people scared right now. So would you just take a breath with me? If we have the privilege of not being scared in this moment, then we have the capacity to breathe and hold space for those who are. And it does do something. It is a magnified, cumulative effect. All you're being asked to do is breathe. I didn't say send love, I said breathe. And I say breathe because we don't know what the highest good, the best outcome is. But we breathe in support of people who don't know either. And then, as far as we do this, we say a prayer for each other. I say a prayer for you all, for your families, for yourself, for everything you need. That in some way you're able to find the end of the day a smile on your face, a full stomach, a warm home, friends and family that love you. All right. Well, with that, I will. Oh, probably should show you this, shouldn't I? Yes, I've got this membership site. I did something really cool last night. That was really fun. I'm putting a bit more energy into that at the moment. I might change the platform, but that's something I do when I'm not doing this. That's why I didn't do this on last night. I try to do these on Tuesdays, but I was doing that last night, so I did this here tonight. So that's there if you're interested on Patreon. So I'm going to say good night. I'm going to I feel like the kids need something, so I'm going to do something about that. Thank you all for being with me. Thank you for your questions. God bless, and I will see you all soon.